Yes, guys, back with another one today. This one's going to be about Tim Westwood, yeah? Please like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell to be notified, yeah? Let's run it up. So, as you can see from the title, that's what he's about, yeah? We all knew it anyway. Mike Righteous back in the day used to say it. Numerous YouTubers. It just wasn't in the public eye so much that everyone's like, oh, get onto him, get on his neck and let's get him, you know what I mean? There was many investigations. Even one investigation cost about 3 mil just to look into everything, you know what I mean? Look, there's a lot of money that have gone into this, and that's just one investigation, so it's probably in the millions, yeah? I met Westwood twice. One time in a dingy, it was a fairly dead out club, yeah? And I said, what's he doing here? You know what I mean? Well, at the time I didn't know, but when I posted the picture, this was years ago, yeah? I posted the picture, and people are like, oh, you don't know about Westwood? I was like, nah, because I knew and then deleted it, you know what I mean? But the first time, yeah, that was the second time, and the first time was in a club when I was a teen. But I never thought anything of it. And now I'm thinking, well, what was he doing in the teens thing? You know what I mean? Probably trying to get them young girls with a dark complexion. You know, I think that's the ones he liked. Which makes it even more weird when you find out that he went to Uganda on the run. Why would you be going to Uganda out of all places? I wonder. When you like the dark pigmented women. Well, they're not even women, they're young girls, aren't they? Because in the late 90s until 2011, he was doing numerous things with girls from the age of 15 to 17. I'm pretty sure it's 15 to 17. I think there was a couple in their 20s as well of great, yeah. So yeah, I always thought he was a bit weird, you know what I mean? Even though he's done a lot for the scene, he's done numerous things in music, on TV, Pimp My Ride UK. He did the crib sessions on YouTube. He was all over TV, MTV, because he was highly involved in the Americans, yeah? That's why he tried to adapt that. Yeah, dog, yeah, baby, that's why he tried to adapt that thing, thinking he could try and, well, he did fit in, because like I say, it was loved by a lot of people, but I always just thought he was a bit weird. I'm not just saying that because it's come out, honestly. Like, I just thought, like, guy's a bit odd, you know what I mean? When you met him, he was a bit, like, scrangly and, like, shook his hand, and he's a bit, you know what I mean? Just spat on that, mate, you know what I mean? Dirty. Don't know where that's been. But yeah, it's a bit weird. He's like 70 odd now, and all the things that he has done to young women, especially if he moved out to Uganda, that the news that we've got is probably not out there, and God forbid if anything has happened out there while he was on the run, how are we going to get that information? Somebody needs to go over there to find out where he was staying and ask the locals, because he's probably doing a madness out there as well, because he's been doing it long enough over here, So yeah, like I say earlier, there was about 3 mil spent on just one case. So you imagine how many other cases, the amount of money that has been spent on doing it, and hats off to the people that tried to get him, because like I say, a lot of people was on his neck. Mike Righteous with Sac City, while Mike Righteous found out the information from an insider that he was getting sacked from the BBC. But Mike never really used to like him anyway, because the amount of stuff that was coming out about him liking young girls, and people would come up to Mike Righteous and be like, nah, like, you don't want to do that, it's bad for your career, just like let it go, and he's like, nah, and to this day, he's still on his neck, you know what I mean? You see all these podcasts and the song he put out, and I think he's released it again recently online that you can buy through his website, because I know it got taken down numerous of times, even when it came out. Do you remember the Tiger, Rex City bitch, 10 50s on your titties bitch, yeah, that one, yeah, that beats hard. But yeah, he done Sac City over that. But anyway, back to Tim. It's horrendous that mainly women have to go through this, yeah? I don't know many men, but I know some women, yeah, that they have to go through this. I take my hats off to the women that can still get through their day-to-day life after what they've been through, or come out and speak about it, and even go back outside again. Like, man, if I was outside, I was a woman, like, and it's dark, I'd either make sure I'm with people, or I'd be carrying something on me, you know what I mean? Like, it's too dangerous, it's a madness, you know what I mean? So, yeah, like I say, well done to the women that have come out, because it does take a lot. And maybe that's why it takes such a long time for people to come out, because of how difficult it is. And because there are so many liars that lie about that sort of thing, about, we see it the other day, great gripping, hopefully these don't get monetized, but yeah, there are women that lie about it a lot, yeah. We see it the other day with that woman. She was caught on camera, the guy slyly recording her, while she said, yeah, he reminds me such like myself, and this is why I grassed him up, because he's sleeping with other women and I hate him. What, so you're gonna do that? So I mean, women messed. There was one that was close to me at one point in time, yeah, and things happened, and even she said I had done that to her, and that's a madness. Some people end their lives over it, and people do it for control, for personal gain, to try and possibly hold you back from something, to interfere with a possible future relationship or anything like that, yeah. And if you know a type of person that does that, or if you're that type of person, you're a sicko, yeah, and you deserve to be inside. Because honestly, I reckon this should happen, yeah. When somebody gets arrested for grape, why then, when they found out that they're not guilty, why then doesn't the other person get sent down? Not that I know anybody that has ever being sent down or not being sent out for great. I don't know anybody that's been involved with anything like that. Westwood is being investigated, was investigated. One case cost 3 million. Yeah, 3 mil just for one investigation. So you imagine how much money has been put into this. You know, what happens in the dark comes to light. Yeah, what happens in the dark comes to light. You ain't gonna get away with it. You know, when there's smoke, there's fire. Yeah. When it's facts and it's happened, it ain't gonna go away, and rightly so, because anyone who does this, you destroy lives. And it's sad because the ones that have actually been through it, the ones that have actually been through abuse, horrendous life-changing situations, the people who have actually been through it, you then got the people who lie. You know what I mean? And it's wrong. It's the same with people who give, say, the good dads a bad name because there's so many bad dads. But anyway, I'm going off track. Let's get back to it. Yeah, it was going on early 90s. Probably back then, because he had so much power. When there comes money, there's power. Get too big for your boots. You know what I mean? You know, my family have said it to me before. Back in the 80s, people used to do mad stuff, and it was just looked at like, it's fine. But then later on down the line, boom, it all comes out. A bit like Jimmy Savile, you know, when it comes the money, the fame, there comes control, power, and people are, nah, he didn't do that. Boom, it comes out. You know what I mean? Or people know that you've done it. A bit like Diddy, people know that you've done it, but because money talks. You know what I mean? They're like, yeah, we just, let him get away with it. You know, the security guards kick him a bit of bread. All these things happened, and yeah, crazy. That's probably another video I might do actually about Diddy next. Let me know in the comments if you like that one. But anyway, innocent until proven guilty. Do you believe in that? Innocent until proven guilty. Because for me, I don't. There's so many people that I know, personally been through, that you can get arrested, wrongfully charged. Get arrested, rightfully charged. Or you get, or you get arrested, you've done it, and you get away with it. Do you get what I'm saying? So there's all these different things, yeah? Innocent until proven guilty, I find a load of bollocks, because people get sent down wrongfully every day. People get away with things every single day. So you can't really say, just because he got away with it, that he didn't do it. But in this case, Westwood definitely did do it, because, there is enough evidence to back that up. There's groups on groups on groups of artists, just in that celebrity limelight. There's a lot of people that have seen him with younger women. But don't like you say younger. Yeah, some of them are younger women, isn't they? Yeah, the 20s, but mainly they were girls, yeah? Like I say, 15 to 17, and then I think there was a couple in their 20s. So yeah, it was spoken a lot within groups of people. I remember the early days, probably when SBTV was just getting big, yeah? Around them days, people were saying they were getting bullied by Tim Westwood, and I don't know why. It doesn't even look like he's got a fight in him, you know what I mean? Again, it just shows money and power goes to people's heads, and they think they're Mr. Big Bollocks, you know what I mean? And we can maybe even relate to that. On your day-to-day life, things you've experienced in your life, such as managers, the police, anything probably that involves a hierarchy or money. You have these managers, especially I've worked for, that you probably, you could tell outside of work, the missus probably wear the trousers. Not that there's anything against that, by the way, if there's any females watching, but what I'm saying is they act like Mr. Big Bollocks in the work, talk the talk, bully you, push you around, talk to you like shit out in the street. They wouldn't say nothing. But again, it's that form of control, that hierarchy. There's levels to it. The police, biggest gang in the world. You know what I mean? And they go around threatening people every day because the power gets to their head. And they get away with a madness, absolute madness. So again, this relates back to Tim. Yeah, too much money, way too big for your boots. And like I say, you guys may relate. Runs in the family. You could be your baby dad, your baby mum. You know what I mean? Even just people that we know. Power can get to your head, you know what I mean? But yeah, that's all I got to say on the matter, really. The investigation is still ongoing as far as I'm aware. So let me know your thoughts. Because it's a bit mad. I haven't heard anyone speak about the situation when he went to Uganda. Like, well, why would you have gone to Uganda when you like young girls with dark pigmented skin? Like, there is only one reason why you're going to Uganda. Why did you go to the sweet shop? To get sweets. Or why do druggies go to drug dealers to get drugs? Why do men go to, whatever? It's mad. No one spoke about it. It's just, just played in my mind sort of thing. But anyway, like, subscribe, share, hit the bell to be notified. And yeah, if you've made it this far, put three CDs, put 3 CD emojis, yeah, and put them down in the comments if you've made it this far. Big up as well if you haven't made it this far, I appreciate it. The next one, I'm going to have a think. I might even do a little Halloween special. And also, anyone out there that does music, I am thinking of doing reviews, reactions to tracks for free as well. So I don't know anybody that does that. Everyone charges, yeah. So I'm going to do it for free because I love the music and I want to support the people that support me. Do you know what I'm saying? So yeah, until next time, peace.